Hi, welcome to this week's Weekly Wisdom on a very soggy, icky feeling day here in the UK. I've just got soaked and my oldest just got soaked walking home from school, like water dripping off his nose. So yeah, delightful. So if you are joining live, please give me a wave. If you're catching up on the replay, same, just ask any questions, play along, use the comments, and I will absolutely come back to each one of your comments as we do today. So let me just do a quick intro in case this is your first time watching one of my lives. So every week around about this time, I am here in the group sharing a little bit of weekly wisdom, and I tend to rotate round strategies, some mindset work, some specific small but significant actionable steps, and you will see the events created each week. So you can hop into the ones that you want to. You can also put a search into the group and find all sorts on past events. So it might be that you're thinking about content creation, pop that in the search bar, there will be a live around that. It might be that you're working on defining your ideal client, pop that in the search bar, there will be plenty on topics of that nature. So who am I? My name is Sarah and I am a visibility coach to female online coaches. I help them get seen and get signed using their personalities to shine. So building a visibility strategy around your personality is all what I'm about. If you're shining your brightest, you are being yourself, and you will be naturally magnetic to those people that you can help. And there are lots of ways that you can do that. There is no one way as far as I'm concerned. There are lots and lots of different methods that you can use to connect with your audience. So each week we build on a theme. So this week we're looking at creating content. Now, creating content will be at some point a bit of a nemesis, guaranteed, because you'll have a great idea, you'll have a clear statement, you'll have a clear mission, you'll have defined who you want to serve, and then you will get to that point where you're right, great, I'm good to go. Now I'm ready to share my message. What shall I say? And it's annoying because there is so much within you, but sometimes there's almost too much and you don't know where to start to actually start to create something. So let's just get some definitions sorted and some assumptions sorted before we dive into this, because this is just one brick in a bigger structure, and just looking at it in isolation, we have to just have some context around that. So you are going to need to already understand who your person is. So you have done the work to define who is the best person to get the results from working with you. You already know that, you're really, really clear. You also have specifically decided on your niche, so you know what results you're going to help people achieve. So for me, I help results-driven female coaches to get consistent clients. That is what I help, and I do that by helping with marketing and visibility. So you have already defined that for yourself. You're now at the stage of saying, okay, so now I know who my person is and what I help them do. I now want to start sharing, because that's how you get your message out. That's how you share your knowledge and attract those people towards you. So I'm going to share with you in a super quick way a method that you can create a month's worth of content in probably about 15 minutes. Now, that's not to say that it's all written and it's all done and it's just ready to post. You're going to need to add some detail to it, but the hard work of actually coming up with the idea and a structure is done. And you will find that if you then just block out a period of time and either batch produce the actual words, or if you like to do it on a daily basis, that you've just got an allotted time every day you can sit and create that content. The ideas part is done, and that often gets in our way. It's like, oh, I'd really like to post, but I can't think what to write, so I'll just leave it till the end of the day. And then, oh, I'm too tired, so I think I'll do something else instead. We're going to remove all of that so that you get to show up and share. Now, what do I mean by content? Let's be clear on that first. Content is however you have chosen to share your thing. So it might be written, it might be videos like this, it might be sending an email, it might be doing a YouTube video, it might be what you can talk about in your podcast, it might be a blog. Whatever is your method, this works just the same. So your method of delivery is not what I'm going into today. What we're going into is the ideas piece, the generation of the, well, what do I talk about? Let's get past that, remove that excuse, so that you can start to share, because you want to do other things, don't you? You want to actually be serving those clients. Okay, Now I've got a feeling that this is going to flip because of the mirroring thing that I believe Facebook does, and obviously I can't write the wrong way around. So in true Blue Peter style, and if you recognise that reference, extra bonus points, I have made one earlier. Here it is. It looks like this. So we are going to work through building one of these for you. As I say, if you can't read it, then I'll maybe take a photo of it after we're finished and pop it into the comments so that you can at least see what I've talked you through. I thought about doing this on a board, but A, I haven't got one. Well, I have, but it's full of my stuff. And B, I think it would still be opposite way around anyway, so it won't help you. Okay, so I have folded my piece of paper, but I like paper to start my planning, and it served the purpose of showing you it. Oh, look, does it work that way around? Ah, it does. I could flip it. Oh, then my letters go through. Okay, that's what I'll do. So I like paper. My planning process is just to get it out of me, get it onto a piece of paper, and that's what works for me. If you like sitting writing on a Word document or in an Excel page, I've got no idea why my dog's barking, by the way. Then do whatever. You know, it's not about the actual tool, it's about getting these ideas out of you and onto something. So you want to create a 5x5 table. Now that 5x5 table is going to be a month's worth of potential content for you. So I folded, as I say, I folded into columns, and I ended up with a row, which is my title, and then a grid underneath that. Now, across the top in your headings, which is your top row, you are going to write 3 boxes for objections and 2 for opportunities. So let's just understand what those are first. There are, for your person, when you think about your person and you think about what you help them with, there are lots and lots of objections that your person has about being able to do the thing that you help them do. So it might be that you're a nutritional coach or a weight loss coach, and your person's thinking, oh, it's really hard, I hate weighing my food, or I don't like going to the gym every day, I don't like that environment, I feel really intimidated there, so it's not going to work for me because. It's all of those reasons why they don't believe that they're going to be able to do the thing that you help them to do. So again, coming back to let's put some context around this, you will have already done that work, but be conscious of what those objections are. And the first time you do it, it's like they're big major ones, and the more times you do it, you get down to the little smaller ones, and they start to be almost like little irritants rather than those massive objections, but those still count. They are still objections. So you write the word, and I've literally written the word, or a shortened version of the word, object, 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 and I've done 3 every other. So you write 3 objection titles. Then you write 2 opportunities. So what are opportunities? Opportunities are ways that your person can absolutely use what you do to take them further. So if you think of like the positive and the positive and the negative, your objections are down here, what's in the way of them getting the result, but then the opportunities that you're going to be able to give them through working with you and getting the result is going to open up the opportunity. So you then, once you know your objection, opportunity, objection, opportunity, hey Betty, if you're watching live, you can then start filling those in. So it now looks like heading, 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 and you start filling in these boxes. So mine across the top say, which you might be able to read, my first objection, my person says, I won't be able to do that because I've got to be all over social media. An opportunity for them is creating relationships which will result in sales. And objection number 2, not knowing what to say. Opportunity number 2 is creating relationships for potential collaboration. So we've got 2 relationship pieces, one's sales and one's collaboration. And then objection number 3 is, yeah, but I'm not an expert. Okay, so I've written those out for my people. They are now my headings. So then, really simply, we just go below this line, this heading line, and we start to now think about the more micro topics, as I would call them. So micro topics underneath your main objection for me, I'm going to have to be all over social media and I don't want to be, therefore marketing visibility isn't going to work for me. Well, actually, what are the ways that we can start to manage that objection? What are the ways that we can help somebody to overcome that objection and so that they don't feel it anymore? So my first one is how to plan. It's a how-to. So this is how to content plan. Any ideas where we are right now? The other one is that you could offer simply a coffee chat. The other one is sharing about you, and then finally celebrating a result. I love that it's shining through. I hope it's the right way around and I'm just seeing it the right way around. If it isn't, tell me to flip it. So you've got objection, and then you've answered those objections with 4 pieces of potential content. And then you just simply go down each one and do the same. So that was an objection. I started to do the same for my opportunity as well, so I could highlight that for you too. So under my opportunity, I've got predominantly creating relationships, and this is with collaboration in mind. This is not necessarily sales dominated, but this is collaboration. So in here, I could talk about some networking strategies to show people how they can make those connections, stand out in a crowd, and go and find those potential people that they could work with. So I could give some advice on that. I could do a piece all around the headline statement, which is massive. I love talking about this and I love the results it gets for people. I could talk all day, all week, all year about creating a headline statement. So I could do some content on that. I could talk about asking for information. So literally I could show you how to ask for intro, asking for an introduction. So I could show you different ways of being able to say, here's what I do, I'm looking to be introduced to this person, and I could guide you in being able to do that. And then the final one at the bottom, if we're talking about this opportunity to create relationships for collaboration, I could do a piece of content where I talk to you about how to find speaking opportunities. So there's 2 rows. Can you see how now I've created some top line headings, and then I've started to just go, okay, so what else is there as a more specific topic that I can talk about under each one? It starts to create micro topics, because if you are an expert in what you do, which you will be by the fact that you're helping other people do it, you are advanced. You are not. You may not be comfortable with the word expert, but compared to your person who's just starting, you're absolutely an expert in what you do. So by bringing the topic down into some smaller, bite-sized, consumable little items, you're making what you do so much more accessible. So then there's one final layer that I just want to overlay, and I've talked about this before on other lives, and this is the rotation of C. It's an acronym of C, and that stands for sell, educate, engage, and inspire. C, S-E-E-I. So let me go through each one and explain what I mean by that. When you're looking at creating your content plan, you should ideally try and rotate the way that you position. If you're doing every post and it's selling, it's boring. And people don't necessarily read them all because they know you're going to do the sell thing at the end. Equally, if all you're doing is providing amazing content and you're simply being inspirational, they're going, yeah, that's amazing. But those who are ready to buy or move forward with you also don't know how to buy. So by keeping that acronym in mind, we can be conscious of actually rotating our content type. So I'll show you what I've done against each one. This isn't going to show through very well at all, I don't think, because it's in red pen and it's very scribbly. But what I then do is I will take each of my topic areas and I will allocate one of those letters. So remember, sell, educate, inspire. Sell, educate, engage, inspire. Now, they don't have to be that order. They don't have to be strictly in, or it has to go, it has to do one of each. If you've ended up with 3 and, I'm not going, oh, you've got to do it like this. But it just gives you a context of making sure that you're varying the way that you produce what you put out there. Okay, so let's look at this first one. So remember, I had an objection of, I've got to be all over social media to be able to do marketing. Well, no, here we go. I'm going to answer that by saying, here's how to create a content plan. You can arrange to have a coffee chat and I can show them how you could arrange to do that. I could share about how to tell your story and share about you, and also show you how to celebrate a result. Now, I've allocated this one, a content plan, to educate. Funnily enough, I'm showing you how to do something, aren't I? I'm educating you. The coffee chat, that would be me encouraging you to engage. So I would be not only showing you what to do, but I would also be encouraging you to engage in that piece of content. If I was to share about me, I again would not only be sharing about me personally, but I'd also be showing you how to do that. But I'm looking to be inspirational, so I might be telling my story. And then the final one, celebrating a result, that might be the one where I sell, because I could be saying, this person got this amazing result, let's celebrate with her. If you'd like the same result, here's how you can. So it follows really nicely. You do not need a call to action in all of these. Actually, if you're looking to engage, a call to action might be out of place. But if you have allocated one of those with just a little letter in the corner, you know that you're going to have a really strong, varied content plan. So you've got 4 pieces, one like topic per month, covered. So if you've committed to posting 3 times a week, every day, you've only got another couple of days where you've got to think of something. So one last way through, just to make sure that I've really explained this properly. You split your page into 5 by 5. You write objection, 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 3 objections and 2 opportunities. These are objections that your person has to going through the process and working with you and learning to do your thing. Like, what's in their way? Your opportunities are how they can grow themselves, what's out there for them to be able to advance. So once you've written those headings, you then go, okay, so what's an objection of my person? What do they feel? What's stopping them? It might be they don't believe in themselves. It might be that they've tried something before and it didn't work. Whatever is one of the objections in quite a general sense. You write that under each one. Then you look at what your objection is and you start to reply to it. You answer them, you show them why that objection can be overcome. Then when you've done that, you choose yourself which one is going to be an educate, an engage, a sell and an inspire. And then you have a full and beautiful piece of paper or spreadsheet or Word document or however you're going to do it with your plan to take that out into the world. So where can you take it? You can take it wherever is your place. It might be that you post on your personal profile. It might be that you use stories, that you do visuals, that you write text, you might write a long post, you might do videos. Wherever it is, this still works the same. So when I finish this video, I'm going to be turning what I've said into an email, and I'll attach the link to this video and go back out to my list and say, I've just done this free training. Do you want to catch up with it? Here you go, here's the link. So I get to keep repurposing the content that I create. And look at that, 18 minutes. It wouldn't take you that long to even write those things down. Any questions at all, please pop them into the comment thread. Tell me if that was useful. Tell me if you can see yourself using it, or if you're using something else and you go, yeah, I could just adapt, or actually part of yours and part of mine creates a perfect plan for you. I am a planner, like I enjoy planning, but equally it's so simple. I think this can work if you're not even a planner, because you can literally just fold up a piece of paper, 10, 15 minutes and you're done. And the confidence it gives you to know that you've got something ready to share is huge. It allows you to stop the procrastination, stop putting it off till, oh, I'll do that next week. I'll do that at the end of the day. And then you don't. You've got something already that's out of your head, on a piece of paper, onto a spreadsheet, on a plan. So then all you have to do is write the detail. Super simple. Let me know if this has helped, and I will connect with you again next week. Same time, same place. If you are interested in finding out any more about how I help people with their content plans, how we come up with a structure, how it fits into that overall visibility strategy, you can literally just drop me a message and we can have a chat in Messenger. And then if you'd like to, we can hop on a call and you can find out how I work with clients to harness what's already in their head and get it out there so they have that impact on the world. Have an amazing rest of your Wednesday, and I will speak to you next week. See you later. Bye.